What if the killer lived among you, hiding in plain sight? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The idea that someone you might pass by on the street, someone who blends seamlessly into the fabric of everyday life, could harbor such dark secrets. This unsettling reality became all too real in the case of Sherri Rasmussen. In 1986, Sherri Rasmussen was living her dream life, newly married and full of promise. She was a vibrant, accomplished woman, a nurse who had dedicated her life to helping others. Her marriage to John Ruetten was the beginning of what was supposed to be a long and happy journey together. They were the picture of happiness, a couple with their whole lives ahead of them. That dream was shattered when she was found brutally murdered in her home. The scene was horrific, a stark contrast to the life she had been living. Sherri had been beaten and shot, a violent end that left her family and friends in shock and despair. The initial investigation pointed to a burglary gone wrong, a theory that seemed plausible given the signs of a struggle and the ransacked appearance of the home. Initially, it seemed like a burglary gone wrong, and the case went cold for over 2 decades. Despite the best efforts of the police, leads dried up and the case was shelved, becoming one of many unsolved crimes that haunt the memories of those left behind. Sherri's family was left with unanswered questions and a deep sense of loss, their hopes for justice fading with each passing year. Fast forward to 2009, and a shocking new lead emerges. DNA evidence points to Stephanie Lazarus, a veteran LAPD detective. This revelation was nothing short of earth-shattering. How could someone sworn to uphold the law be implicated in such a heinous crime? The DNA evidence was irrefutable, linking Lazarus directly to the murder scene. It was a breakthrough that reignited the case and brought new hope to Sherri's family. Lazarus, who once dated Sherri's husband, suddenly became the prime suspect. The connection between Lazarus and John Ruetten added a layer of complexity to the case. It wasn't just a random act of violence, it was personal. Lazarus had a history with John, and it became clear that her feelings for him had never truly faded. The motive? Jealousy, a powerful and destructive emotion that had driven her to commit an unthinkable act. Imagine the betrayal, an officer of the law, now a criminal in disguise. The motive? Jealousy. The very person who was supposed to protect and serve had instead become a predator, using her position to cover her tracks and evade suspicion for years. The sense of betrayal was profound, not just for Sherri's family, but for the entire community and the police force that Lazarus had been a part of. Lazarus couldn't stand seeing her ex with someone else. Her jealousy festered, turning into a deadly obsession. She saw Sherri not just as a rival, but as an obstacle that needed to be removed. This twisted mindset led her to meticulously plan and execute the murder, believing she could get away with it because of her position and knowledge of police procedures. The revelation turned the LAPD and the public upside down. The idea that one of their own could be capable of such a crime was almost too much to bear. The department faced intense scrutiny, with questions about how Lazarus had managed to evade detection for so long. Public trust in the police was shaken, and the case became a media sensation, with reporters and protesters demanding answers and accountability. In 2012, justice was finally served. Lazarus was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 27 years to life. The trial was a grueling process, with emotional testimonies and damning evidence that painted a clear picture of her guilt. For Sherri's family, the conviction was a long-awaited moment of vindication, a confirmation that their relentless pursuit of justice had not been in vain. But even behind bars, she claimed innocence, leaving Sherri's family with mixed emotions. Lazarus's refusal to admit her guilt added another layer of pain for the family. They had hoped for closure, but her continued denials kept the wounds open. It was a bittersweet victory, knowing that the person responsible for Sherri's death was finally being held accountable, yet still refusing to acknowledge her crime. The justice they sought had a bittersweet taste. While the conviction brought some measure of peace, it couldn't erase the years of suffering and the loss of a beloved daughter, sister, and wife. The family continued to honor Sherri's memory, holding memorials and gatherings to celebrate her life and keep her spirit alive. Their grief was a constant companion, but so was their determination to ensure that her story was never forgotten. As the years go by, Lazarus becomes eligible for parole. The thought of her potentially being released was a source of anxiety for Sherri's family. They feared that she remained a threat, not just to them, but to society as a whole. The passage of time did little to diminish their resolve to keep her behind bars, and they prepared to fight once again to ensure that she stayed locked up. Sherri's family fights tirelessly to keep her locked up, fearing she remains a threat. They organized protests, gathered petitions, and spoke out in the media, determined to make their voices heard. Their efforts were a testament to their enduring love for Sherri and their unwavering commitment to justice. They knew that their fight was far from over, but they were prepared to do whatever it took to protect their loved one's legacy. Recently, Lazarus's parole was denied, offering them a brief respite from their ongoing nightmare. The decision was a relief, a moment of triumph in their long battle, but they knew that the threat of her release would loom over them for years to come. Each parole hearing was a reminder of the fragility of their hard-won justice, and they remained vigilant, ready to defend it at every turn. The story of Sherri Rasmussen and Stephanie Lazarus is a haunting reminder that justice, though delayed, is not denied. It underscores the importance of perseverance and the power of truth. Sherri's family never gave up, and their determination ultimately led to a measure of justice for their beloved Sherri. Their journey was fraught with pain and challenges, but it also highlighted the resilience of the human spirit. It's a testament to the enduring power of truth and the relentless pursuit of justice. The case has become a symbol of hope for other families facing similar struggles, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always a possibility for light. The work of dedicated investigators, journalists, and advocates played a crucial role in bringing the truth to light and ensuring that justice was served. Stay tuned for more twists and turns in this chilling true crime tale. The story of Sherri Rasmussen and Stephanie Lazarus is far from over. As new developments emerge and the fight for justice continues, we will be here to bring you the latest updates. This case serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of human nature and the lengths to which people will go to protect their secrets. Join us as we continue to explore the depths of this chilling true crime saga.